might have heard this one before. They smelled gas, then a home exploded. But we're not talking about the deadly explosion in Dallas that set off the current Atmos crisis. No, this was months before, and just like in Dallas, Atmos never evacuated any homes. Listen to what our investigative reporter Tanya Iser dug up in this WFAA original.
The Christmas decorations still hang in what remains of the house on Colgate Lane.
It's a shell. It's unbelievable.
John Higginbotham made the first call to Irving 911 on New Year's Eve about 7:30 at night.
He would have had no chance if they would have got trapped.
Nearly 10 hours before a house nearby exploded.
There was a really strong smell of natural gas. It was really strong, like really, really strong. Felt like I could light a match and the whole neighborhood will blow up.
Remember, that call came long before anything blew up.
It just really hits home.
Higginbotham was with his pregnant wife. He was driving when he made the call.
It smelled like I had turned on my gas range and put my nose right up to the range.
10 hours later, another 911 call. Same neighborhood, this time a woman.
I'm on the corner of Colgate and O'Connor, and the house blew up.
When the house exploded, Atmos had been on scene for hours trying to repair a gas leak on that same street. While crews worked, gas was migrating to a home next to the work site. The family was asleep. It was just before 5 a.m.
Oh my God, they're screaming.
So why didn't Atmos evacuate the family from this house or the neighborhood before the explosion? The company did not respond to our request for comment. But News8 obtained the investigative records from the Irving Fire Department. Paperwork shows a woman living in the house went outside and asked an Atmos crew member if her family had a need to evacuate. The Atmos representative stated that there was not a need. The woman told investigators she asked Atmos crews at least 3 times if it was safe to remain in the home.
Anytime you smell gas, you have to take it very seriously.
Brigham McCown is the former head of the federal agency that regulates pipelines.
When you are faced with evidence that there is a leak in the area, the gas needs to be turned off, and people should not be left inside.
The reluctance to evacuate is similar to the company's actions in Dallas last month. On a Wednesday, one house exploded because of a gas leak. The next day, another caught fire, again ignited by leaking natural gas. Still, Atmos did not evacuate the neighborhood. It wasn't until a third house exploded, killing a 12-year-old girl, that Atmos evacuated residents.
One of the concerns I have is whether or not there's a little bit of a lackadaisical approach to safety.
On that New Year's Eve night in Irving, Atmos crews arrived about 9 p.m. They began digging, trying to find the leak in the 45-year-old 6-inch plastic pipe.
We're at Colgate and O'Connor, and we need a fire truck out here.
Around 3 a.m., Atmos asked the fire department for help controlling traffic. In a call to fire dispatch, an Atmos crew member sounded frustrated that they couldn't contain the serious leak. It was causing their equipment to stall.
We've been on scene for about 4 hours, and it's starting to migrate, and our backhoes kind of start fluttering.
When Irving Fire arrived on scene, a fire captain asked, "Do any of these houses need to be evacuated?" The crew leader's response was, "I don't think so." The fire crew had been there for 2 hours when the house blew up.
I come out, open the curtains, and it's bright orange.
The migrating gas had ignited the pilot light in the furnace.
It was pretty scary. Like, I've never been close to a fire like that or seen a house burn like that.
Hours after the explosion, a fire department spokesman defended their decision not to evacuate.
It's not out of the ordinary for us to have gas leaks, natural gas leaks, and it's rare that you actually evacuate a house, especially in cold situations like this.
I think Atmos needs to go back to the drawing books and take a look at their safety.
When the house explodes, there's a woman, her small child, and another person upstairs, and they barely escape.
I can't believe they escaped. I mean, the house is literally a shell.
A shell no longer occupied.
It shook the bricks off of the grout.
The house is so damaged that it likely will be torn down.
You let the people stay in the house, your machines weren't working, but you let people's lives be in danger when when it was so unnecessary. It's really unbelievable.
Tanya Iser, Channel 8 News.
Well, the Texas Railroad Commission is still investigating that Irving explosion. As for the Dallas case, an NTSB report revealed that Atmos knew about gas leaks in the neighborhood as early as January 1st.